Stop. No. Listen. It's a soft launch, right? Soft launch so far. But I think it's going to take more to get people out of the structure of their everyday life and realize that there is something happening in front of us, in front of our very eyes, but we're not paying attention to the right thing because we're too busy stuck within the system. All throughout the South, there will be lawlessness. There will be lawlessness. Like in the beginning, you know, when they did the South versus the North versus the East. And the South, all that shit. Karma is coming. Karma is here. She's left. And the destruction is pretty bad. Stop. Bless you. On the seventh day, God rested from creating. After creating the red yesterday, we're supposed to wake up to sunshine today, and it's not sunny yet. I love my hair. I love the messiness of it, how it looks like a tree. No boob, stop. You want me to put you in timeout? Because you acting like it. You better go find a toy to play with, not my titties, but again. Stop. I love season 1 of Grey's Anatomy. And season 2, I mean, like, they're just unbeatable. What's the season where Izzy falls in love with that season? And as soon as I like typed this in on Netflix, the first movie was Lawless with Shia LaBeouf and that one guy, the troll guy. What is he? He played the twins on that one movie. Why do I always forget his name? He played Venom. No, no, in the movie Lawless. I don't know. I don't have any energy in me anymore to do anything. To want to do anything. Freaking is. Good for her. No. So last night in the dream room was like a conversation with me and Andrew. It was like we were sitting across from each other at a like boardroom or like some sort of like court court type situation. And I'm sitting across from him and he's looking at me in the eye and his eyes are like glowing green, right? And I'm looking at him and I'm like, why are we here? What's happening and all that. And he pushes over a paper. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. He pushes over a paper and he, looks not down at the paper. He just looks at me still with these like his eyes are glowing like this green color. No boobies, please. Please. You're too big for this shit, man. So I remember looking down at the paper. Stop. No. I remember looking down at the paper and wondering, what it was. But I looked up to ask him, what is this about? And he disappeared in a dream. And I'm like, what is happening? So I grab the paper and then I stand up And it's like I open a portal and then I leave and I go into this like cave or whatever, and I'm reading this letter. And it's like a beautifully written, like sonnet story, like very, very, and I'm just encased in this document, right? I'm just like enthralled with what's going on in this story. And it's like I'm in an not a cave, like an egg. The only reason I know is because there's a light layer of like white fluorescent light coming out of this like egg. Um, and as I'm reading the letter, I have this, I get this heartbeat. It's like, and then it's like talking to me. The amniotic fluid around me, surrounding me, is like talking to me. Um, I must have read the letter like maybe 50,000 times because I just kept going over and over and over this letter. And then the egg starts to crack, right? So when the egg starts to crack, I get a little scared, like a little bit frightened, because I'm like, oh shit, am I gonna fall into infinity? So as it's cracking, instead of falling into an infinity like some kids do when they're reincarnated back into their mother's womb or someone else's womb, or the egg will crack and then it'll open and then you'll fall into this black void. I didn't fall into a black void. I landed on this soft pillowy cloud like thing, and I was naked. I had wings on my back. A feather just fell. A white feather just fell through my window. I had wings, and I was like really, really dark. Like I'm dark now, but I was darker, and had these huge wings. My eyes were white. I don't. It was like looking in, looking out type thing. So I'm in the body, and then I'm out the body. I'm in the body, and I'm out the body. So when I'm on these clouds, I'm like, I'm sorry, you can't have me, baby. Sorry. So then I think about it, and then it happens. So I was thinking, how am I going to walk through all these clouds without falling, whatever. And then as soon as I said that, golden road started to formulate through these clouds. And I see this big gate, right? And I'm like, wondering, how did I get here? I was like, I was just in a boardroom with Andrew. I was just in the boardroom. And so I go to this gate, and the gate is locked. And I get frustrated all of a sudden. I'm just like, what is going on? I can't open this gate. I was like, am I locked out of heaven? And then I go, and then I get this key. It's in my dream. And I unlock the door. And you guys, the fucking most beautiful society is sitting in these clouds. It's gorgeous. There's Z's everywhere. There's like people happy. There's like everyone's looking, not everyone, but it's like a little town, like town, and people are walking about, and the bread man and the chocolate man's there and all this stuff. And I go, am I in heaven? Did I die? Because I'm in a dream realm. Oh shit, did I die? I was like, I probably did. I don't know. But I get up there and people are just like, hey mom, hey mom, hey mom, hey mom, just like, ma, hey. And I'm just like in this state of shock. Anyway, so I go through this town and I get to this like area that's kind of like fenced off, and it reminds me of Ireland, um, because it still has like these grave sites, and they're really old, and like it's just like that girl on TikTok who goes around to different parts of Ireland and shows you guys. So I'm in this area again, in this like graveyard in heaven, and I said, "Why are there graves here?" I said, "The children should be awake." And then this guy comes up to me and he's wearing this white cloak, but he looks like death. So I'm like, I'm wondering, I'm like, death, why are these grave sites here? He's like, they've been waiting for you to wake them up. So I go to my pocket, I pull out a small flute trumpet thing, and I go, and as soon as I did that, hands started coming out of the graves. And then they looked like they were just sleeping. They looked like they were just sleeping, and white and black, Chinese, Puerto Rican. It didn't matter what they looked like. They just looked beautiful. Like the rotting flesh and stuff never even happened. Like it never happened. So I look at death. I said, "Have the dogs been let out yet?" He said, "Yes." He goes, I said, "I want my corpses back." And then he says, "It's already done." And I said, "Good." I said, "Now drop this down from earth, from heaven to earth." He goes, "We're already here." I said, "What?" He goes, "We're here in the judgment. We've made it." And then we had this slide. I don't know how to explain it, but I got on this slide that turned into this multi-dimensional color wheel, and I wound up in some of my old videos. So I'm in one of my old videos, and I'm showing off my light and stuff like that, which I think is a good thing. I think showing your light is more important than showing off how your physical body looks. I think that's really important. So I wound up in one of those videos. I was singing something, and this dude, I swear, is haunting me. um, this guy's like stalking me in the spiritual or something like that. Because I look over and I go, "I'm sending this video to you right now." And then I'm like, "I'm sending this video to you." I was like, "How are you here and there?" And then something happened where, I put the laptop down and I go over to him and I put my hand on his face and I go, "My God, you are beautiful." I said, "You're absolutely gorgeous." And I'm saying, not from your physical, which is really nice, but your heart. I said, "I can see it from a million miles away. It's like a different sun popping up in my dimension." He doesn't say anything back. He just like glows. And then I asked my higher self, I was gonna say God, but I asked my higher self, I go, have you ever wanted to marry Jesus? And I said, I wanted when I was a kid to marry Jesus. And I remember laying in my bed and I'm praying to the moon because in my young age, I thought the moon was a portal, a confessional portal for God, when I was young. So I said, everyone loves Jesus. Everyone loves Jesus. But I would like to marry him. And I said that as a kid. And I went back to this moment and I said, I would like to marry Jesus. I said, who would I have to be in order to marry Jesus? And then I come back to that moment and like we're embracing in this like really deep hug. We're like embracing. And then this little redhead kid comes up and he pulls my robe or my like dress and goes, he says, Mom, this he says, Mom, the horses are coming. The horses are coming. I said, I looked at this kid like he was just a stranger because I was like, who the fuck is this kid? I have never birthed a head. And he laughed. Oh, here comes a red robin. Hi. I said, I've never birthed a redhead. He goes, that's funny. And then walks away. Hawthorne! You came in! Hi, baby! Come here, Hawthorne Mingli. Hi, Hawthorne. Come here, buddy. Come inside, Hawthorne. You can come in. My bird always comes in. Come here, Hawthorne. So when that little redhead kid left the patio, because this is all happening. Hi, Hawthorne. You can eat. Where's all this corn you told me about? I'll get you some more. So the little redhead kid left, and I'm standing on the patio, and I'm still hugging this Andrew, and then I look up at him again, and he telecommunicated. She don't want juice. He don't want juice. He telecommunicated something to me that was very private. And then go get him. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. Look at Hawthorne. I'm gonna go sweep and mop and stuff in a second. Go home. Anyway, and then what else happened? There was like 7 angels that came to the patio, and they were all kind of like walking on air type stuff. And then he goes, "Can you please stop? Go get the bird, then. Go get him." Then he goes like this, and then the angels all went in different directions. They all went in different directions. And it was almost like this like intense moment of like, it's ready, like it's time, like the time is over for them, and it's for us to begin anew. So from that moment in time in the dream, it was like existing on multiple parallel universes all at once. And when I came back down, I didn't have the wings when I came onto the patio. So what else happened? Don't say that. So in that moment still, like it's almost like existing in parallel points of time, but you find this like rope, and you're holding onto this rope. What dog? Hey, Hawthorne! Hey, buddy! Go ahead, go get him. Say hi, Hawthorne. So then, again, because this happens quite a bit, it's like multiple times of like an engagement. Please stop. I'm not getting the bird. He wants to be by himself. I'm not going. I have to finish this dream and then I'll go.
Mommy.
What?
Mommy.
Chicken?
Mom. No.
So he got on his knee, like, not in a proposal way, I don't think. It wasn't in a proposal way, I don't think. But he got on his knee, almost like to have me sit, in a way. From then, that point, it goes into a whole nother universe. It's like I traveled on his bended knee. So we traveled to this watery area. And he goes, this is where the new graves will be. Nobody will be buried. They will be tossed in the sea. I don't want to go outside. Hawthorne is really skittish. He's not going to want to hang out with us if we go scare him. Getting a little chilly. Why are you being Has that enough love? You need more? Here, come on in. Is that a good one? You want another one? You want another? You want another one? No? No. See all that love I gave you? You want more? Okay, here. Put your hands around my neck like this. Like that. And then I'll hug you like that. I gotcha. Is that a good hug? No, baby. Is that a good hug? Another one? Yeah, you do. Give me a hug. Yes! Do that. Yeah. So we end up in this watery area. He's like, this is where the graves are going to be. And then from that moment, it's like we find this area, all dirt, like very dry. No boobs. So very dry. He lays me down on this like really dry ground, like cracked. And I'm hella nervous right now because I'm like, what is happening? Like, because it's almost like no rhyme or reason. It just is the way it is. So he lays me down, and then my back hits the ground, and then the spouts of water start to come out of the ground, all over the place. So then, we, consummate in that area, consummate our arrangement, our agreement, whatever, in that area, and everything starts to flood. Like the whole thing starts to flood in the area as this orgasm comes, and it's just like not in like it's inside of me, but it's like outside of me. And then all the water starts rushing over us. And then I'm like looking at him, like he's holding my neck like this. He's holding my neck. And then I'm still on the ground. And then I go, look at him. I go, I'm scared. I was like, I'm really scared. I was like, why is this water? Are we going to drown? and he's holding me. And then he flips me up on the top, and then I could see the water filling up like a bathtub. And I see the water filling up. And as soon as it reaches like the top of my head, it's like whatever is in between our energy, we like shift into this like whale energy. It's like gigantic whale. No, I'm not giving you my boobs. Gigantic whale. I'm not giving you boobs. We switch into a gigantic whale. And then like I could hear his thoughts. I can hear the plans. I can hear the future. I can hear echoes. It's almost like echoes of my thoughts are echoing in his thoughts. And it's like this infinity of like nature versus nurture versus fight or flight versus like every emotion I've ever felt is existing in this whale. Everything in this existence was felt. All the fear of the people who did bad, all of the like happiness of the ones who are ready for it to end. Like I felt everything. Anyway, once we get to a certain part of this new shore, we both reformulate and we're laying on the sand on the beach. And we're laughing. We're like, that was the most incredible thing I've ever felt in my life. If that's what lovemaking is all about, then I want to do it every day with you. I want infinity lifetimes with you. I want to pack it up and try again, pack it up and try again. And then, of course, me being me, I get back on there and I say, hey, I want to do it again. And I'm laughing, and the sky starts to turn really, really dark. And when the sky starts to turn dark, the thunder comes, there's lightning, and I could hear these horses. I said, can you hear that? And he looks too and then goes, okay, puts me off of him and goes, we gotta go. From that point in the dream, I don't remember anything. After he said we have to go, I don't remember not one thing. And it's really hard for me because I want to know what happens next. He says, so I'm excited to go back to sleep tonight to see if I can go into this moment. But after he said, let's go, it's time. I don't know. I was so excited and scared at the same time. It was like this balance of emotions of excitement and anyway, so I ended on 33. Bye.